What up, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube? You're throwing down with the Philly Chef. Today we're going to do a little remix, a spin on a classic Southern chicken waffles. It's called the Boujee Bird. So come rock with me. Now, first, before we get anything started, I gotta get my hands right. I always want to make sure that you wash your hands before you start. Clean hands, clean food, makes everything right. Now, with the chicken, I'm going to have an egg wash. I'm going to take 2 eggs, crack them in a bowl right here. And in this, I have a little almond milk. Because today's topic, we're talking about sweet and savory. And I like the almond milk because it adds just a little bit of sweet to it. And plus, in my house, we're a little lactose intolerant. You know, we got little stomach issues. So, you know, almond milk, I love it. So it's just a little variation on a regular egg wash. Now, also going with the sweet and savory, I have a little hot sauce here, a little sriracha. That's just going to add to the chicken breast. Now, sweet and savory to me is kind of like a forbidden love. It's 2 flavors from the opposite sides of the table come together and make something just marvelous. Now, I love cooking because it always brings back fond memories of whether it's my dad making his peach cobbler or my mom cooking her chicken. You know, being in the kitchen is just like the heartbeat of the house. You know, everyone has to come through the kitchen, whether it's to grab something to drink or grab a snack, and I just always love watching them cook. Now, I got the egg wash complete, so we're going to set that to the side. Now we're going to work on a breading for our chicken. Now, everybody has their own variation of fried chicken, who makes the best fried chicken, and I'm sure the whole debate about fried chicken can rage on for days and days. It's kind of like going to the barbershop and talking about, you know, who's the top rapper, who's your top 5 best MCs of all time. Now, me, you know, Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac, but that's just my opinion. And this is my opinion on fried chicken. So what we have here, very simple. We're going to take 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, and we have some buttery crackers here. Now, these buttery crackers come in different flavors. They got bacon, you know, because bacon's all the rage nowadays. Put bacon flavor in just about anything. And they have honey, and they have everything. Now, the everything crackers kind of put you in a mindset of like an everything bagel. You got a little bit of the garlic, a little bit of the onion. So it's just imparting more flavor into your breading. So I have my Ritz crackers already crumbled up here. And then I have what I call my house seasoning. Can't tell you really what's in here. Might have to hurt you. You know, you got to sign a non-disclosure to hang out with me. But, you know, it's just a little bit. I'll give you a little something. It's a lemon pepper, a little Italian seasoning, and paprika, and some other stuff. So we're gonna put this together. Now, me, which I need to get better on, I freestyle a lot of stuff. So I gave you some, you know, measurements, 2 cups of this, a little bit of that. I don't measure a lot of stuff. I need to be better. But you know, just eyeball it. It's about 2 cups. What you think? This is about a cup of the buttery crackers, so we're gonna add the crackers to it. And now with this, you don't have to add any salt, any pepper, because the crackers already have salt, and this already has sodium in it. So to me, it's already seasoned, salted enough. But of course, if you like it a little salty, after it's done, add some kosher salt. I ain't gonna hold it against you, but I think it's salty enough. Actually, I'll just take the cap off because sprinkling this will be here all day. So once again, just gonna eyeball it. You're looking at maybe like a fourth of a cup, maybe a little bit less. You know, tell y'all, just work with me. I'm trying to, you know, do better with this whole measurement thing, because I know, you know, you see some of the other big name, you know, people out here in the kitchen giving you exact measurements. So I'm gonna clean my fork off here. I'm gonna clean my fork off and get this all mixed together. And the crackers just add like an additional crunch, you know, this makes it real crispy once this hits the fryer. And like I said, you know, everyone has their opinion on who has the best fried chicken. I think my mom's fried chicken was the best. I'm telling you, this lady, the stuff, I mean, she would just get a pan, put maybe about an inch of oil in it, and have a fork and just fried chicken. I'm like, how you gonna fry chicken with that? And she just leaned on the counter like, mind your business, watch what I'm doing. And she would do it. I mean, had the house smelling good. So everyone tell you about Miss Josie's fried chicken. So got my flour there. So we got everything we need for the chicken. Now we're just waiting for the main event. Waiting for the star of the show, the chicken. So give me 1 second, okay? So we got the star of the show. We got the chicken here. This is some chicken breasts that I filleted. 3 chicken breasts. End up with 6 fillets. Because, I mean, that whole chicken breast, I mean, you can cook it up, but I mean, that'd be like a monster inside of a sandwich, you know. So, I already cut it, cleaned it. And I know this has been a big debate on the internet, cleaning your food. I clean my chicken. I clean your food because you got to. I mean, I don't understand the whole thing with shouldn't clean it, should clean it. It's like, you know, waking up in the morning, should I take a shower, should I not? Well, I mean, you take a shower, don't you? So, you got the chicken. Gonna put it in the egg wash. And just kind of rub it around. You know, let it play in the pool for a minute. Flip it over. Gets nice and coated. Now we're gonna do one at a time in the flour. And just want to make sure it's nice and evenly coated. And flip it over. Now once you got one ready, I'm gonna put the basket down. Grab a little end piece right here and just gently lay it in the fryer. Oh, you hear that? That's music right there. Alright, ready for number 2. That's it. Just make sure it gets nice and evenly coated. Not looking for a big, thick, you know, just want to make sure every inch has a chance to meet the flour. Once it's done, grab a little end piece, drop it down. I'm going to repeat that process 2 more times. So with the chicken, I had the fryer on 350 degrees. I'm going to fry it for about 7 to 9 minutes, just depending on how thick the breast is. You know, a little thinner breast, maybe about 7 minutes. If it's a little thicker, you want to make sure that the heat gets all the way through. And the outside is nice and golden brown. Everybody hanging out in the pool, and we're going to the flour. And I taught my daughter the wet hand, dry hand technique. You know, you got the wet hand for the egg wash, the dry hand for the flour, and you put it in the oil. But today I'm kind of channeling my inner mom, my inner Miss Josie, doing the fork action. This one's done, so now the other one's going to come and join it. Alright, so like I said, today we're talking about sweet and savory. And yeah, I just think, you know, the two are always meant to be. You know, you got the sweet. It kind of reminds me of that friend that always holds you back from going over the edge, you know, so you don't get arrested or you don't get in too much trouble. You know, you kind of lit, you know, you're getting crunk, you're in the club, and you got that friend that reasons, like, come on, man, just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. I mean, oh, no, man, you know, so that's that sweet's coming in, being that voice of reason, but then you got that savory that's hitting you with that, you know, that sriracha that's, you know, telling you, man, you gonna talk about mama like that, you know, so the two is always, because you got two savory cats together, both of them getting locked up, you know what I'm saying? So you got two sweet cats, they're getting beat up. I'm just kidding. But, you know, you feel what I'm saying. It's the yin and the yang. They both just kind of, you know, work well together. And that's what I love about sweet and savory. Alright, now I'm going to set this up here real quick. And I'm going to clean off this fork. I'm telling you, you put me in one of those survivor things and I can use one instrument for everything, you know. And you don't need a whole arsenal of, you know, slotted this or, you know, flat that or, you know, serrated this. You know, give me one good knife and a fork and I'm good. I'm going to town. I'm going to make sure the chicken gets turned over. Oh man, the chicken is looking right. So once the chicken gets done, get a chance to rest, chill out, and then we're going to work on our French toast aspect. Like I said, In my house, French toast is king. I mean, we have a debate about waffles or pancakes, you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, you can't beat good French toast. And so we like to use brioche bread. Brioche bread, to me, is like the top tier of bread. It's rich, it's buttery, it's ultra soft. I mean, it just soaks up flavor, and the flavor you add to it just takes it to a whole decadent level. I mean, it's just awesome. So that's what we use for our French toast. Now, instead of using actual slices of bread, I have brioche buns. So I'm going to soak the brioche buns in the French toast custard, grill that so that the French toast is on the inside. Now the custard, it's a pretty standard French toast mix. You know, you got the cream, the egg, vanilla, cinnamon, and you just whisk it all together. But we got a little secret ingredient that we use in my house. I don't know you too well just yet, so you know, I can't really divulge everything. But trust me, it just adds flavor to your French toast. There's various different flavors of the creamer that you can use, but what I use, this creamer, it's awesome. It takes your French toast out of bounds. I mean, it's just over the top. You know, what the kids say nowadays, it gets lit. You know, I can't believe I actually use that phrase. What the kids say nowadays. I'm not that old. Yeah, I can floss with the best of them. You don't want to see that, trust me, you don't want to see that. But I can floss. Alright, so now we're just going to work on the chicken. Once we get the chicken done, we're going to hit our French toast and put these two sweet, savory components together, and it's going to be magic. Hey, if you're throwing down with the Philly Chef, this is what I do. So we got the chicken in the back cooking, got my last two pieces down. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, you know, after you finish working with the chicken, make sure you do some love to your hands. So put a little soap or water, get your hands right. Because now we're on to the second act, to this duo of this sweet and savory. So, like I mentioned, we like brioche bread. Brioche bread, I'm telling you, it's the best. It's rich, it's buttery, ultra soft. It takes your French toast to a whole decadent level. Instead of using the flat bread, I spoke with my manager, my daughter, and she said, "Daddy, why don't you use the buns? It's the same type of, way of cooking it, but it's just a different mode of transportation." So we got the buns here. So we're going to work on our custard. So now I'm going to put 4 eggs in here. And I have this large dish because it's best for dipping multiple pieces of French toast. So I have a large dish, got 4 eggs, going to put in here. And I'm going to have my assistant go check on my chicken and make sure it's golden. Alright, so we got our custard working. I'm going to have my little sous chef come in and check on the chicken, make sure everything's looking good. How's it look, baby girl? Alright, so now we're going to work on this custard. So I have 4 eggs already in my bowl. I have our secret ingredient, our creamer that we use. It just adds so much flavor to your French toast, along with the brioche bread and this creamer. It just takes your French toast to a whole decadent level. Trust me, you're gonna love it. So I have my creamer and I have my vanilla. Now this is not no ordinary vanilla. You can't just go to your local store and be like, yo, I need some vanilla. This right here is from the motherland. Not what you're thinking though. My wife's family is from Haiti, so every so often her mom and dad go back to Haiti and they bring back this Haitian vanilla. Whew, I'm trying to tell you, it's just everything, you know, it doesn't take much to add your own pizzazz, to take stuff to a whole nother level, to just take it to somewhere it's never been. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just, you know, maybe switch something around. So, got my vanilla, got my creamer, got my eggs, and now I got my cinnamon sugar. And this is just a basic mixture that I put together. Cinnamon, white grain sugar, and just a little bit of nutmeg. Put it in here, mix it up, and use it for mostly French toast, sometimes cinnamon toast, but be generous with it. Make sure it all gets in there and put a little bit more. Alright? And that's it. Like I said, the French toast custard is pretty standard. It's just the creamer that we put in there just takes it out of bounds. So now I'm gonna whisk this up. Make sure all the yolks get broken up and everything gets incorporated so it's nice and mixed. Alright, so be good. Throw this in the sink. Now we got our brioche buns. So I got my griddle here. It's on 400 degrees. It's preheating, so it's nice and smoky hot. So that when these buns hit it, you're gonna hear that sound you're looking for. That sizzle. All right. So we're gonna get the griddle buttered up. And, you know, as a kid, I watched a lot of MacGyver. And MacGyver, one thing was always be prepared. So even though you go to the store and this happens, what am I supposed to do with this? I got butter, I got backup, I got a plan B, okay? So we're going to just butter the griddle. And actually, you know, everything happens for a reason. This butter is going to add more flavor than the spray would have, but the spray just would have been easier. The spray didn't want to act right. Sorry. So, said, going to put the buns. And just make sure it gets all soaked up. You ready for this? You ready? There you go. You hear it, it's working. They talking to each other like, what's up? Chilling. You know, about to go meet up with this chicken breast in a little bit. It's about to be popping. You know, the griddle and the buns are talking to each other. So we'll just get it nice and soaked up. There you go. You hear it. Once you hear it, you already know what it is. They're working together. So there's no need to flip it over like you would normal French toast, because you're going to get the inside going to be imparted with all the flavor. And you know, I'm probably still going to flip them over just to get a nice evenly golden brown, but there's no need to coat the other side with the French toast custard. So I got my two last buns over here. So they get the luxury of hanging out in the pool the longest. They got no curfew. They just out, hanging out. So I'm going to let my buns get nice and golden brown. I'm going to put them on the sheet over here. I'm going to finish these up, and then everybody gets invited to the party. Alright, so, ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's money right there. That is money. Nice golden brown, great caramelization on it. Looks great. So we're just going to give it a little bit on the other side just to get a nice little even golden brown on both sides. Once those get done, I got my last two, and we're about to bring these two together, join them in holy matrimony. Alright, so now we got all of our contenders here. It's time for the main event. We got our brioche French toast, we have our chicken, and we have our hot maple syrup. Now the hot maple syrup, it says 3/4 sticks of unsalted butter, brown sugar. You want to blend that together, make it a little caramelized. We have the pancake syrup that we put in there and a little sriracha. Whisk it up until it gets nice and sticky. See that? That's beautiful. Beautiful right there. And now it's just going to go over top of the chicken so they can hang out. There we go. Look at that. So it's taking your chicken to a whole nother level. That's what I'm all about in the kitchen. Why be plain? Take it to another. Do a little something different. So, we got that chicken, the hot maple syrup. Alright. Always be generous. No reason to be stingy in the kitchen. It's not like you're going out to eat and they're telling you, you know, what portions to eat. You're cooking in your own house. You can eat whatever portions you want. Alright, so now I'm going to take one of the buns right here. And we have this Gouda cheese. Now this Gouda cheese is my favorite cheese. Don't tell American cheese because they'll get upset. But Gouda cheese, it's a slightly sweet cheese but a nice sharp undertone. I mean, talking about sweet and savory. Gouda cheese just embodies the whole sweet and savory. So you're talking about sweet and savory, here it is. So we got our Gouda cheese here. And we're going to see which one we're going to do. Grab this one right here before it go. Yeah. Alright. Making a little bit of a mess, but hey, you're in your kitchen, you can do what you want to do. Alright, so now we got the chicken. I'll top it off here. And you know what? I'm going to clean this plate up. Make it look nice for y'all. Okay, I'm going to see what this chicken is all about. Take it. Oh, just like butter, baby. See that? There you go. It's your Boujee Bird Sandwich. You got your French toast, you got your chicken, you got your Gouda cheese. I'm telling you, this right here is going to be the next big thing. Boujee Bird Sandwich by your Philly Chef. Hey, we throwing down in the kitchen, that's how I do, okay? So let me take a little bite of this. I won't be like some of the other people, take a little bite of it. Oh, it's great. I'm telling you. Good. Hey, Boujee Bird Sandwich, Dat Philly Chef. We just throwing down, that's what we do in the kitchen. So, hopefully you like it, try it at home. Just tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your church, tell your people, tell your job. And also you can follow my food, Chef Chronicles on Facebook. You can follow me at Emerging Black Network, you know. Just, you know, it's a family affair. So just, if you like it, if you want to maybe switch it up, hey, this is my recipe. Like I said earlier, everyone has their opinion about fried chicken, about the top 5 MCs. You might have your opinion like, you know what, I'm not feeling the Gouda cheese, chef. Hey, provolone, cheddar, American, whatever cheese you like. Just go ahead and check it out. Tell me. It's going to be a revolution right here. Mm.